Okay guys, work with me here. Close your eyes. What do you think of when you hear the words Caribbean islands? Probably, and I'm just guessing here, you're thinking of this: sun and surf, pristine beaches, palm trees. Am I right or am I right? The region has a long and interesting history. Pirates love to hang out here, as in Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Slaves, sugar, rum, colonialism, and revolution were all part of Caribbean history too. The Caribbean islands lie rough between North and South America. As you can see, there are many different islands here, 700 of them in fact. The culture and the languages spoken on the different islands today clearly show the effects of European colonization. Europeans came, saw, and conquered. The Spaniards came first in 1492 when Christopher Columbus and his crew explored the area. Today, Spanish is by far the biggest language here. There are 4 times as many Spanish speakers as English speakers in the region. This is mainly because the Spanish-speaking islands, like Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic for example, are larger and have a higher population density. And then there is Spanish-speaking Cuba, of course, by far the biggest island in the Caribbean. The country has a complicated history and still a rather difficult relationship with the US. Havana is the capital, a vibrant and beautiful city with carefully restored historical buildings and vintage cars. Music and dancing is part of Cubans' everyday lives. Look at these guys go. This is the Malecon where all of Havana hangs out. Martinique is one of the larger French-speaking islands. Why French and not Dutch or Portuguese or English? Once again, the answer can be found in the colonial past. Whichever European country landed first or stayed the longest or had the biggest guns, that is the language that remained on the island. See here, left is Haiti, French-speaking. Right is the Dominican Republic, Spanish-speaking. Does this make any sense to you? And then there is English. There are around 18 Caribbean islands where English is the official language. Islands like Barbados, Bermuda, the Bahamas, and of course, Jamaica. Christopher Columbus thought it was the most beautiful island he had ever seen. And who can argue with that? Just look at it. You kind of want to go there immediately, don't you? English is the language of instruction at school. Standard English is used on formal occasions and for writing. But on the street, people use Jamaican Creole, which is a mix of English, West African languages, Spanish, and a little French. However, English is the unofficial language of tourism in the region. And as tourism is the most important industry here, English plays a very important role on all the Caribbean islands.